Okay, so here's three different pictures that are showing you the same, teaching you a lesson from, and they're from three different mediums. This is from The Office TV. This is from Groundhog's Day with Bill Murray, and then this is from some group called Level 42. 42 being the Hebrew number of, well, sometimes they say it's God, sometimes they say it's creation. As far as this place goes, that would be their god because it represents Saturn. And the reason why is because it's the clown and the jester. But besides that, the lesson that's being taught here by all three of these pictures, and especially in this episode, is he bought his house from his parents for him and his new wife. And he said that this picture, this creepy clown, notice he's got the same plaid get-up. He couldn't take it out of the house. He couldn't get it off the wall. Its Office is a comedy. But unless you understand what this stuff is, people just took it as a picture you couldn't remove. Down here with Bill Murray, he finds this old guy, and at first he always walked by him, and then as time went on, Bill Murray became more and more understanding of people and things and became nicer and nicer, and he kept trying to save this guy. He kept trying to save this guy, and in this scene, he was having soup. He took him in to feed him, and so he gave him his soup too, because the guy was hungry. In this music video from the '90s, that's goofy ass song, this guy's at the top of the stairs when the man and the woman are walking up, and he keeps showing up throughout the music video, because what this represents is the whole Saturnian thing. The problem, he can't get this off the wall and out of the house. It's all the same thing. No matter what Bill Murray did to try and save this guy, no matter what he did, remember he kept coming back over and over again? He couldn't save him. Jim, as you're trying to remove the picture from the wall, he can't get rid of it. And in the music video, this guy keeps popping up over and over again because what he represents is, in everybody's life, you're going to have to deal with this shit. And you can't get rid of it. No matter what you do, like what was being showed here, to stop the chaos, you're going to have it. There's nothing that you can do to stop it. It's there, and you're going to have to deal with it. And so when you understand what you're looking at, there's messages in all of this stuff. It's just that nobody stops to look at it. I don't know if they're doing it to help us out or to make things worse. All I know is there's a bigger picture when you understand that there's another movie inside the movie. There's a lesson to be taught in the comedies and in the music videos. Didn't you ever watch them before you started even looking at any of the stuff going, what in the fuck are they trying to show you? Most people just listen to the music and it goes right over their head. All three of these are from three different formats: movies, TV, video, and TV show. And yet all three of them are telling you the same thing, that this character, which is chaos, is always going to be present. And no matter what you do, it is always going to be there to fuck with you. And so, it's just a life lesson, basically, is what they're showing you. The house being the person's life or their soul or whatever. You're always going to have to contend with this dude. And if level 42 represents the Hebrew God, then it surely is Saturn here, because it's chaos and it's confusion. And this place, if you remember that song by Phil Collins, We're Living in the Land of Confusion, it's pretty much, that's just another thing I could have put in here to show you. But we are living in the land of confusion. But it's only confusion because people don't take the time to understand it. I'll give you an example. When I go up in my airplane, I'm going to hit things that are called thermals, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I know they're there. I can't see them. I can get an idea, like cornfields. The heat bounces off of the sun bounces off the corn leaves, and you can get it. Or when they freshly plow a field, glider pilots look for that because that's heat that's released. Flying over factories that have tin roofs, you hit that shit, I'm telling you, it's like, I can relate it to a boat. Like, you're going along and it's real smooth, and then all of a sudden you hit a big wave and you go way up, and then you drop. You know, that's what your life is like. Now, if you know what to look for, you can navigate around these things, kinda, but you're never going to get around it completely. There's always going to be that one that, you know, it's like driving your car, and, you know, when you look out for cops, because we all do, you know, and I drive I'm completely legal, but it's just a thing you do when you're driving, because we all tend to go over the speed limit. But, you know, normally I'll catch the cops, but there's always that one time when I look in the rearview mirror and that guy's right behind me, and I don't like, where the fuck did that guy come from? Same thing that's being shown here. It's just a life lesson. They're just, why they're telling you that, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You know, sometimes I think they're trying to help us. Most times I think they're trying to fuck us. But it's a balancing act, this place. You know, it's kind of learning the game as you go along. I don't know how else to put it to you. The guy I showed you between the two towers on a tightrope. It's a balancing act. Very easy to get caught up doing the wrong thing, which I've been doing most of my life. Then each person has to look at themselves and figure that out. I can't give you a blanket statement for that. I think pretty much Jesus was trying to tell people this stuff, you know, because all the factions wanted them, the Jews wanted you to do things this way, and the Caesar wanted you to do things this way, and, you know, you're going to have to figure that out for yourself. I'm just showing you things that have common situation themes that you can look at it and go, okay, I see it. And even though you've done this a million times in your life, you already know that this is the way life is. It's nice to understand that, you know, this shit's kind of pre-programmed already. There's no way to get around this. No matter what you do, there's always going to be something in your fucking way. This guy. Because that's what he does.